Hello, hello, and welcome to She's Connected. Oh, this is the group for the stressed out and overwhelmed moms who need to pause and connect to God, herself, and her kids. I don't know how we're going to do today with this little squirmy baby here. I was trying to get all my settings correct, and she was not helping. Okay, let me know in the comments of a time when you were pleasantly surprised. Because I gotta tell you about this story. Dade's doctor visit or checkup this week. It was super fast. I couldn't believe it. Right after giving his urine sample, they called his name and then they took his blood while doing his blood pressure. And he was done in minutes. The last few times we've gone, we've had to wait for at least an hour. And this is just to get a blood pressure, urine sample, and sometimes blood sample. We were both pleasantly surprised this week. Put a smile face emoji in the comments for those pleasant surprises in our life. I'm laughing because of this girl. She is not pleasantly surprised at all. Oh, hello. Bev is in the comments. You gotta say hi to Grandma. Woo! Woo! This is so crazy because there is such a time delay on the Facebook live stream over here. It's like 15 seconds. Woo! Hello, hello, hello. We got a baby here today. Ooh, 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 ooh. She's looking down at all the lights and goodies. Hello, Tina. It's good to see you here. I do hope to get what do you hope to get out of this study of emotions that we're in? Um yeah, that's the question. I want to know what you hope to get out of it so that I can like gear our lessons a little bit more to what you would like. So let me know in the comments. Now I'm going to be super distracted because of Ireland here today. Hopefully not too distracted. Let me know in the comments. Embrace God's plan for your emotions. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe have that softer heart or be transformed in a certain emotion. Let me know which one's one of your top like priorities for this summer in She's Connected, studying our emotions, and we can, see where we're all at here, I guess. Oh, I tried to paste something in the comments. It didn't really work too well. I'm Cherry, mom of 10, living in Springfield, Missouri, inspiring families and moms like you to live a life connected to God. Tell me about you in the comments. Let me see. I think Bev just waved and everybody's saying hello to each other. That's awesome. But, what is your family like? Or where do you live? Or what are you working on this summer? I know Tina has a garden that she's working on. Well, instead of just saying that you're working on your garden, what specifically are you working on in your garden this week? Today's topic is untangle your emotions. We're going to be talking about feelings versus emotions and the expectations that Jennie puts in her Untangle Your Emotions book. It's kind of at the beginning of the book, what to expect while we're going through it. Welcome to High Five Friday. Can you give some high fives? Yeah, she smiles when I look at her. How about give a high five? Let's see if she can do it this week. Oh, she's gonna chew on her hand instead. Ooh, high fives from us. Here. Oh boy. How was your week? Did you have any God moments? You could share those in the comments too. Woo! Maybe while I get her wrapped in a blanket here. She had a weird schedule this morning, so I didn't think she was gonna nap while on our live, but now she's acting kind of sleepy. We are back to our Kids Bowl Free program, which means we're doing a lot of bowling. Just have to put that in the comments. We are going bowling as a family on Monday nights, and then all the kids, including Hazel, my adult child. Well, I have more than one adult child, but Hazel is the one that lives out of the house. She still comes with us bowling, so that's awesome. It's a blast, and I love just overhearing all the conversations between the siblings. Okay, let's see if we can get her. She already had a snack, but good thing got this bowl ready for you. Because she's just not happy. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Sorry about that, guys or ladies. We are live in it. Oh, Tina's working on green beans. Green beans is her favorite veggie. So you have those green beans in your garden? Gotta know that. Grow the green beans fresh from your garden. Bring them into your house. Oh, those fresh veggies are the best. I used to love peas right from the garden. And Tina loves those green beans. So crisp and snappy, you know. So here's that prayer that I will continue to repeat throughout this study. Oh God, I pray that every woman here would embrace your plan for their emotions and feel safe to open up and connect. I pray that every mom will have a heart that is soft to you. And God, I pray that each member of She's Connected will be transformed by your word and your spirit. Amen. So we're heading into this summer and studying emotions. Emotions are big. Put big in the comments if you think you have some big emotions. I have to. Oh, yeah. I was going to type emotions, but I got to put big in front of it because we got some big emotions in our house. During the summer months, moms experience a range of emotions, but we're going to talk about the three common and strongly felt emotions. I don't know if you saw it, but I put a poll in our group, and these are the three emotions that, when Googling, these are the ones that moms feel the most during summer. And I kind of combined two together because there was joy and excitement, and then there was stress and overwhelm. Those kind of go together. And then there was guilt or pressure. And so we're going to talk about each one here, joy and excitement. But I got to look at the comments here because I see some. Oh, Tina was talking about carrots too. Yummy. Oh my, you grow your own carrots? That is awesome. We love the mini carrots here. And I don't know if there's a difference between mini carrots or big carrots. Now I'm thinking, and do they take big carrots and cut them down to be smaller? Is there a ton of waste there? Anyways, those mini carrots, maybe we should get the big carrots and just cut them ourselves. Now I'm going off on thinking about carrots and what we're going to do for our lunches. Oh boy. Okay. Bev says listening to your kids talking between themselves is so much fun and you can learn a lot. And that is so true. And I just love when we're bowling. Sydney is like a goofy girl and she is so silly. And like that comes out when we're bowling. Because like she doesn't think, this is the weird thing, she doesn't think that people are like paying attention to her. But in bowling, like you watch the person who's bowling. And so it's just really funny to see them be themselves and have those discussions. So, yes, for sure. And then we got people in the comments saying big emotions because that is so true. Oh, and then Tina says, yes, they do trim them down. So now that's getting me to thinking those carrots, just buy the big carrots. If they trim them down, what do they do with all that waste? Oh, maybe they put those in the shredded carrots or something. Anyways, I hope they don't waste stuff. But our world is full of lots of waste. So we are going to be, I got to get back on track here. We're going to be talking about these emotions because there's a lot to kind of cover. I don't know if you've noticed, I take one subject, I study it a little bit, I research, and then I find so much on that one thing that I have too much to talk about. But hopefully that doesn't deter you from watching our lives. Being silly is a great emotion. That is true. Silliness definitely needed. Joy and excitement. With school out and the opportunity for family vacations and outdoor activities and more relaxed schedules, many moms feel joy and excitement as they spend quality time with their kids and create lasting memories. The summer provides a break from that usual routine of school and work. Although usually in the summer you're still needing to work. Oh boy, she must have been hungry because she ate this fast. But this break allows for fun and bonding experiences with family and friends. All right, I'm gonna sort this out when she finishes. Wow, typing. Stress and overwhelm in the comments. Because we're moving on to stress and overwhelm. This is a very common emotion. I totally feel this emotion on and off throughout the summer, all the time. Stress and overwhelm. All right, all right, all right. Here we go. Swapping out. Let's get this. We got it. We did it. I think a lot of people can fall into this category of stress and overwhelm. Managing the logistics of summer activities, planning those vacations, and keeping kids or other people entertained and safe, it can lead to feelings of stress and overwhelm. And the added responsibilities and the need to juggle multiple tasks and expectations can be challenging, especially when those routines are disrupted. And summer can feel like a one big interruption to a lot of things, especially school in my house. But, anyways, the next emotion, guilt or pressure. Who's feeling that one? Yeah, Candace is talking about her kids fighting so much in the summer. We are living on top of each other. Literally, they have bunk beds in some of my rooms, and so yes, the kids tend to fight with each other more in the summer, and people are more crabby when it's hot and you're sweaty and all that stuff. Okay, so guilt or pressure. Moms can feel guilt or pressure to ensure that their kids have a fulfilling and memorable summer. It's the summer of 2024. What are we going to do this summer? And you have to make it amazing, right? Often we compare our experiences to other families. And as a homeschool mom here myself, I also feel the pressure to continue learning and to have those learning experiences during the summer, even though we're, technically out of school. And then there's social media and all the expectations that can amplify your feelings of inadequacy or that need to provide the perfect summer experience for your family. Because you see all those other people, families out there doing all those fun things. I sometimes get jealous of all the families going on family vacations that I absolutely cannot afford. But I can go bowling. And so we take our kids to that kids free bowling program and we are allowed to bowl. So, understanding these common emotions that can help moms, women like us, prepare and navigate the summer months more effectively. So, here are three things that you can do to help manage your big summer emotions. You can practice self care and patience. Um, I don't want to say pray for patience because then you'll have tons of opportunities to be able to learn to be patient. But I do want you to practice your patience. Moms can practice these things, patience and self control, when you're dealing with overwhelming emotions or those fighting kids, stressful situations that you have. I don't know about you, but lunch every day is supposed to be a sandwich. And they ask me every day, what can we have for lunch? Oh boy. They're wanting those fun sides that we get to have, like the baby carrots or other things. And they're just like, what can we have? And I'm like, make your sandwich. But anyways, Galatians 5:22 through 23 says, But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self control. Against such things, there is no law. So, by cultivating the fruit of the Spirit, including that patience and self control in there, you can better manage your emotions and you can respond to challenges with grace and calmness. So, who wants a graceful and calm summer? Put grace and calm in the comments if that's you. And I have to stop and type this in here because I definitely want a summer filled with grace and calm. And you know what? Right here, we're talking about the mom's emotions, our emotions. We have summer is full of kids' emotions too, and your spouse's emotions, and grandma and grandpa's emotions, and all the family and friends and things like that. And we are just talking about our emotions because it starts with us, right? Oh boy. Okay, I gotta see what's happening in the comments here. The stress. Who's talking about? Uh-oh, now it's moving up and down on me. Ooh, get my comments button. The stress and overwhelm is one of my biggest things. That's mine too. That's why we're here and she's connected. This is the group for the overwhelmed, stressed out mom. And it just keeps moving, I think, because we're typing in comments. Okay, I'm hitting the community pool. Yeah, Tina. Ooh, her legs are better and she can go to the pool. That's awesome. Candace says my son refuses sandwiches. Oh, he's autistic. So she wishes she could just do sandwiches for lunch. Ooh, okay. So tell me your go-to lunch for your son. I want to know that. And then we got some grace and calm in the comments. That's awesome. There we go. Okay, so number two is seek rest and renewal. And this is easier said than done, but it is so needed. We have to prioritize our rest and renewal by taking breaks, actually slowing down to breathe and maybe get some water. Oh, Candace says chicken nuggets. Yes. Ooh, that would be a great lunch. I don't usually have those on hand, but we tend to do those more towards our dinners or supper, whatever you call the last meal of the day, because our go-to is sandwiches. But if you can't do sandwiches, chicken nuggets are a great thing. Let me know in the comments, does he use a dipping sauce? And do you use a dipping sauce for chicken nuggets? I'm doing dairy free because of nursing Ireland here, and believe me, I'm missing my ranch. There probably is a dairy-free ranch out there, but it might probably cost a ton of money. So let me know about your dipping sauces. What's your favorite dipping sauce? Put it in the comments. And we need to prioritize that rest. And this is for our own good to renew. We're going to take these breaks. We're going to breathe. We're going to spend time in prayer and finding moments of peace amidst, our busyness because life is crazy and we get so busy and caught up in our feelings that we feel so tangled up. Hence our study. Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." So here, Jesus invites you to come to him for rest. By seeking rest in him, you can rejuvenate your spirit and find the strength to manage your emotions more effectively. And number three here is engage in community and support. Tina says Chick-fil-A sauce from Kroger. Ooh, you got some Chick-fil-A sauce from in the bottle. That's awesome. And Bev says that she has those dino nuggets, and they are fun chicken nuggets in the shape of dinosaurs. Oh yeah. If you can make your chicken nuggets a fun shape, that's even better. We did take one time to make our own like chicken nuggets, and they were so delicious, but it was such hard work, cutting them all into different shapes, trying to put them in different shapes, breading them all, doing the whole process. It felt like it took all day to make these chicken nuggets, and they were eaten in seconds because they were so delicious. But anyway, that's a story for another day, I guess. Oh my goodness. Connect with other moms and supportive communities to share experiences, to seek advice, and offer encouragement, which is exactly what we do here in She's Connected. Oh, Candace says, I like honey, but my son loves them plain. Oh, all right. He's a plain chicken nugget guy. That's awesome. Okay, so Hebrews 10:24 and 25 says, and let us consider how we may spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. Oh boy, here, fellowship and support from others. It can provide that emotional strength and encouragement that we need. So be a part of some type of community like She's Connected, or a thing in person like your church if you go every Sunday, if you have small groups, if you have park dates with people, if you have all kinds of ways to get, excuse me, involved in the community and be a part of a group. Being part of community helps moms like you and me feel less isolated and better equipped to handle our emotional challenges. And honestly, if it's something like She's Connected, we have a weekly live. It's here every Friday, and we're going to be here every Friday. So it's there. You can put it on your calendar. Or if your calendar is empty on a Friday, you know that She's Connected is having a live. So it's kind of perfect. If you can be involved in something that is regular, like once a month or every week or something, then it gets on the calendar and it becomes a routine for everyone involved, even the husband or the kids. By practicing patience and self control, by seeking rest and renewal, and by engaging in supportive communities, you can manage your big summer emotions. You can find peace and strength through your faith. So, which one would you like more this summer? Would you like peace, or would you like some strength? Let me know in the comments. And I have to get my comment ready because I want some peace. Want some more peace. Bev says that I'm a plain girl. I do not care for sauces. Whoa. Okay, that's pretty huge. To be plain on everything. But that's also awesome. We are all unique. And there are some people out there who love all the sauces. Give me more peace this summer. That's what I would like. So, what's the difference between feelings and emotions? Feelings are your immediate, often surface level responses. I feel sad, so I start crying. While emotions are a little bit deeper, they're more complex states that can shape your behavior and perspectives over time. So, we're going to run through 5 differences between feelings and emotions. So, the origin and depth. Feelings are, well, like we said, quick, immediate, surface level responses to some type of stimuli. And then emotions, they're more deep, they're more complex, and they develop over time. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This verse emphasizes the depth of emotions rooted in your heart. Why don't you put a heart emoji in the comments just to let me know you're here, you get it. Emotions are deep. The duration. Feelings can come and go so quickly. They're often fleeting and temporary and short bursts. Emotions are longer lasting and they can influence your behavior over time. If you're sad, that's like you're feeling sad. Sad, okay, it comes, it goes. I'm not sad anymore. But if you stay in that sadness, then it affects your emotion of maybe it can lean towards depression, which is not that great. We want to dig out of that emotion, um, and not just cover it up, but heal from it so we can move on. But that's for another day. Psalm 30, verse 5 says, "For his anger lasts only a moment, but his favor lasts a lifetime. Weeping may stay for the night, but rejoicing comes in the morning." So, this verse highlights the temporary nature of feelings and the enduring impact of your emotions. Thank you, Tina and Bev, for those hearts in there. Conscious awareness. Feelings can be immediately recognized and then they can be consciously felt. Emotions, sometimes they're subconscious and they can influence actions without us even realizing it. It's crazy. Jeremiah 17:9, it says, "The heart is deceitful above all things and beyond cure. Who can understand it?" And this tells us the complexity and often the hidden nature of our deep emotions. And now we're going to talk about the physical versus psychological. Feelings often have a physical component. You get butterflies in your stomach, you get shaky legs, you get sweaty palms. But emotions, they're more psychological and they can affect your overall mental state. So Proverbs 12:25 says, "Anxiety weighs down the heart, but a kind word cheers it up." Now, this verse illustrates the physical impact of emotions on your heart and mind. So, yeah, put heart and mind in the comments because our feelings and emotions impact our heart and minds. Immediate reaction versus a processed response. So, feelings, again, are those immediate reactions to an external stimuli. But emotions, they are a processed response that develop through reflection and experience. In James 1:19 and 20, it says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry, because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires." So this verse encourages that processing emotions rather than reacting immediately based on our feelings is what God wants, or what can lead us to a righteous life. So, by understanding these differences, you can better manage your responses and you can align your emotional and spiritual well being with God's guidance. Emotions are the language of the soul. I have to put this in the comments because I want Him to guide us. Guide us, God. These emotions, they are cries that give the heart a voice. And God gave them to you and me to energize our behavior and to be a catalyst for action. Our emotions are here for us to do something. They are inherent, they are an inherent part of what it means to be a person. They express your values and evaluations and influence motives and conduct. While feelings start as sensations in the body, emotions are generated from your thoughts about those feelings. Or, in other words, emotions are how you interpret feelings and let them sink in. We use the word feel for both physical and emotional states. So, a lot of times people will say, I feel this, I feel that. And that's totally valid. And now we are moving into Jennie Allen's 5 steps to untangling your emotions. She talks about them in her book, and she talks about them in this Bible study book. These are what our sessions are going to be. So she has session 1 as an introduction session, and then all the other sessions after that are these steps. So step number 1 is noticing them. Step number 2 is naming them. Step number 3 is feeling them. Step number 4 is sharing them with others. And then number 5, choosing what to do next. So put 5 in the comments, because Jennie Allen has 5 steps to untangling your emotions. So we could take these we'll say simple, 5 steps, and then our emotions can be untangled. Oh, type that in. There we go. Here are some expectations laid out in Jennie's book, this Bible study book. See, at the beginning of the book, she has a list of like expectations. Get honest. Be honest. It could be a little awkward and it might feel a bit uncomfortable, but it will be worth it. We will be dealing with some touchy subjects here and there and calling up some feelings that may have been stuffed down for a long time and they became these emotions. But God gave you feelings and emotions on purpose, with purpose. And so He intends for you to respond to your feelings. Until we start living in His purpose for our feelings and emotions, we're going to miss the real rich experience of life that He intends for us, that abundant life that it talks about in the Bible. If you feel, oh, I have to stop and put this in the comments also, because I want that abundant life. Abundant life. If you feel all tangled up emotionally, are you willing to consider a way out, even if it takes some time and effort? So be compassionate with yourself and get honest with God. He knows all of it anyway. And then her next step or expectation is engage. Show up here and participate. You get to pick what that looks like. Maybe you're going to put a reminder on your phone to watch the replay every week. Maybe you're going to put a reminder on your phone to comment on one of our videos each week. But an important part of untangling your emotions is a willingness to do it with the help of other people. And you have a group of moms right here. I know it could be scary, but Jennie's asking you and me to be vulnerable and acknowledge the connection developing with those who are vulnerable with you. So we get to do it together. Together is better. So I gotta put that in the comments too, because I love saying that one. Together is better. Ooh, typo. We get to do it together. So try to listen and speak without judgment, and let's keep this group safe and confidential. This can be a place to wrestle and discover, but it's also a place filled with truth. John 1:14 says, the word was full of grace and truth. So I pray that our summer here will be described this way, full of grace and truth in She's Connected. So, next expectation, she says to commit to being consistent and present. I know we kind of already said that, but this one's a little bit deeper. I think every time you come to She's Connected, you are going to be building new skills for living healthy with your emotions and learning how God feels. So consistency and presence show respect to God, not just come to She's Connected. But I want you to be consistent and present with Him. That's the difference here. And then you get to be consistent and present with those around you during the process, which is here and She's Connected. But arrange your schedule so you don't miss visiting the group once a week, but not just that, visiting with God once a week or even more if you can as part of this journey. And don't judge others, she says, and don't be afraid to share in the comments. Keep other members' stories confidential. We want this to be a place where we can open up. And if someone shares a story, it's not your story to tell other people because we're like right here. This is a private group. Keep it here in She's Connected. And then rely on scripture for truth. So the goal of Untangle Your Emotions is to dig deep into God's plan for emotions and feelings and to deeply engage these things in your own heart. So there are going to be projects and stories and the Bible study that all play a role in it. And you may be drawing or journaling or interacting with others. So be ready to share in the comments what's coming up for you, whether you're at the live or you're watching that replay. Share your experience with us. Jennie wanted you to know what Untangle Your Emotions is not. She had a paragraph in here, and I'm just going to read it right from the book from Jennie. We are all products of messed up environments. Even the best parents, spouses, and friends have emotional wounds and scars. The hurt from these relationships takes work to process. And there are many great resources out there. She says, I believe in the wisdom of Christian counseling from a well recommended certified therapist, and there is a time and place for it. Christian counseling is a process I've gone through many times myself, and so have many of my loved ones. It has truly brought so much freedom to each of us. Ezekiel 36:26 says, I will give you a new heart and put a new spirit in you. I will remove from you your heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh. So that verse is talking about the soft heart that I keep mentioning. And I just have to put that in the comments myself. Nothing is more powerful than God getting bigger in your life. He has the power to heal with one word. So that's how we can measure success this summer. Is God getting bigger for you? Is He becoming more real for you? Do you feel His compassion for what you're going through? Do you see a new, richer, more authentic way to do life led by the Spirit? She's sucking on my arm. Turn this way. Here we go. Right. He was still sleeping and looking for the pacifier that she spit out. Ugh. Next week, we are just going to be diving into the introduction to Jennie Ellen's video series, but I'm taking it slow, remember, this summer. So, like, the first session is the introduction, but we're going to be taking 2 weeks to do it, if that makes any sense. I hope it does. Well, hello, little girl. Aw, Tina says God helped her. That's so awesome when God helps us and then we get to share it with other people and then we can be inspired. And we can see how God is moving in our lives because someone shared what He was doing in their life. It's pretty awesome. What is going on here, girl? She keeps spitting out her pacifier. Let me know in the comments one takeaway or something that stuck out to you today, this meeting. Yeah, I want to hear you. Show me in the comments what is coming up for you. Hopefully, she doesn't pull off my shirt here. I hope to see you next week in the comments. Next Friday, that's 12:30 Central or 1:30 Eastern time. And don't forget, guess what? It's Father's Day this weekend. So celebrate the father figures in your life in some way. And I'm just gonna, I guess, put that in the comments too. I gotta say, okay, send that. Gotta say happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. All the fathers represented here, and she's connected. Have a great weekend. See you next time. And happy connecting, everyone. Oh, wait, I have to check this comment. Tina says that God has given me the grace to have happy emotions. Well, that's awesome. Those are all those emotions that make us feel good, that we want, and that we can share with others to kind of inspire them to get into that happy, more on the happy scale instead of that sad or other scale. And she's being calm, but kind of weird here, Ireland. She's like looking down at this bird cloth, I think. We're gonna have to turn around and say hello to everyone. Can you say hello? She's got her little overalls on. I thought they were going to be way too big. We get to open the gift of God's presence and the gift of emotions. Can you say hi? God, look up here. See? Say hi, everyone. Hello, hello. Hi. Okay, that's enough of trying to get Ireland to look in the little camera on my computer. Oh, guys, have a good weekend. We'll see you later. Happy connecting, everyone. Oh, and now some people are putting this whole session today was awesome, and I really cannot pick one thing. And then Treasure's getting so big. She means Ireland because Ireland, she calls Ireland treasure. Getting so big. That's right. Growing up. Okay, all right. I'm going to say goodbye now. Signing off. See you next week.